Alright, some more practice, for lack of a better way to put it, on Onshape. I am not an expert. Scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being an expert. I put myself at about a 1.5. Almost all of that comes from the fact that I can translate a lot of things over. Interesting thing here, here's my folder, e-learning, and here's last opened by me. I'm in Onshape now, by the way. I'm going to go into the folder and hit create document, and this will be a initials, why not, day 2, fooling around 03-26-20. Not a bad idea to put your name or initials and all that on it. Alright, so it'll create one, and I'm just going to throw some stuff together here. Certainly not going to try and tell you how to do everything. I'm going to start a sketch on the front, and then I hit front on the view cube so I get a better look, and I'm just going to make a very simple 5x5 cube. So click 5, tab, or enter. Let's try that, and it sends me to the other one. 5, enter. That's very counterintuitive, so make sure you're prepared for that. Yeah, how am I zooming in and out? I'm using the roller button and without clicking it down. If I click it down, it works, but that's not the point. So if I click down on it and move the mouse back and forth, it drags. So make sure you know how to do that. Whenever I'm going to and from sketches, I gotta hit this green check mark up here. I am struggling with that. I keep hitting the green check mark when I don't mean to, and it's kind of causing problems. I've been using the view cube to get back into 3D world, which I don't even know if you have to, but it kind of makes me feel better. And then I use the eyeballs over here under top, front, right to just turn off those planes, which I can always turn them back on if I wanted. Up here is extrude, and I'm going to click on what I want to extrude. That's a little different. In Autodesk Inventor, it will automatically extrude if there's only one thing to choose. And I'm going to make a cube here, basically. Now I can hit enter at this point, but I like to hit tab so I can see, okay, yeah, that's what I want. You could also drag this if you really felt like it, but you know, whatever. I'm going to go back to 5 and hit check. There we go. Now I'm going to put a semicircle on the front piece. So to do that, I actually have to use the top piece. So sketch, top piece, top please. Zoom out a little bit. I always zoom the wrong way. Circle. Let me see if it, hey, look at that. It kind of snaps right there to the midpoint. And it puts up this little thing right there. If you look, I believe that means midpoint. So I'm going to go out and go there. I don't need to. I could now change that if I wanted by typing, but I don't need to. I like to hit this green button up here, which is completely wrong. So now I have to right click and say escape circle, and I'm out. I'm going to extrude this through, but let's trim it off. And the trim's got a nice thing. It's got scissors, and it's like the other one. I can just kind of click on it anywhere. It's not really giving me what I want, though. It's like, give me a couple things. And I realize that it needs to see the other stuff, which notice as I'm dragging my mouse over it, it doesn't. So that's this box right here. It's called use, project. And by the way, hover over it, just leave it there. And after a little while, it pops up, hey, here's how to use it, which is kind of nice. Similar to what Inventor does. Click, and I say, give me this. That's the only one I really need. I could get the others. I could get all of them, but I think I'm good there. Again, I want to hit the green check mark. Wrong. Escape use. Now when I hit trim, it's going to give me that whole top piece and let me get rid of it, which is kind of nice. So finish. I'm done with that sketch, and I want to extrude this down. So extrude, and I click on it, and it says good, and I say check, done. And then I go, oh my lord, that's not even remotely what I wanted to do. So how do I go back and fix that? Well, here's your browser on the left, very similar to Autodesk Inventor. It's got the sketches, easier to see if you want to fix a sketch. I want to fix the extrusion, so I double click on it, and it says, oh, you're unhappy with that? And then I go, all right, well, I gotta zoom out again. I always go the wrong way. Grab the arrow and point it the other way, and I want to go 5. But you know what? I forgot the number. Let's imagine, instead of blind, which I love the word blind, up to face. Let's see what it gives me. Stops at that face, not what I wanted. Up to next. Stops there also, not really very helpful. Up to vertex. I don't even know what that is. So this is what you should be doing. You should be playing through all. It goes forever. I don't think I want to go forever. Symmetric looks kind of interesting. Up to face. Alright. Looks like none of these are going to work, so I'll have to go with blind and 5. Again, I like to hit tab. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted, and then hit that green check mark. Let's review again. I'm holding on the right button. I can scroll around and things like that. Can try and find what I wanted and go back to it. Close enough. I hit the middle button and I can drag it left and right. I zoom in and out by rolling the middle button, and the left button is for selecting things. So now it selects everything, or I just want to select that face, or I just want to select that line, or I just want to select that point. So I can do things like that. And by the way, you can use this to measure things. Hey, I want to know how much area is there. Area is 9.817 inches. No, I mean here, but not here. Oh, the area that is 25 inches squared. Better be. I want to know the distance between this point and this point. Minimum distance 8.66 inches. Very cool. I could use that for a geometry problem I did once. So on and so on. So it's got that on the fly. To get volumes and stuff, you have to go down here to assembly, insert it into assembly, and then again it's down on the bottom right. It's kind of nice. So how about we do some filleting, or as I like to call it, filleting. It's got a 0.2 radius. I don't really care. I'm going to leave it. And I'm just going to say, yeah, fillet that. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Fillet that. Fillet that. And while we're at it, fillet the heck out of this thing. Notice how important it is to know how to orbit. Check. Notice all the arrows that poked up. If you wanted to fillet it a different way, you could have. So I gave it a nice little curvy edges to it. I like that a lot. Not gonna lie and say I don't. I think I'm making a mailbox here. Either one that's actually on the ground or one you can attach to your house. Pretty cool. Which is interesting because I think you should all do a little reverse engineering later. I'm getting lucky, by the way, when I click that corner. There's no magic button. I keep, most of the time I go, hey, that's the button I want. No, that's not it. Yeah, there it is. That sort of thing. So just playing, figuring it out. Notice it autosaves. You don't have to worry about saving, which is great. You do have to stay organized with your folders. There is a way to bring this into Inventor if you ever get to that point where you want to use Inventor for something you know better, and you can use this at home and then save it, and then the next day you go to your job or you're into school and hey, I can use that. Notice how you fix all your mistakes by going over here, and you can turn back on views of planes if I want. There it is, right there. I can get rid of it if I want. What else? This is 100% web-based. Notice we didn't download anything. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm toying with using this. If I don't have to download things, it's gonna save me a lot of time. But whatever. So I showed you how to make circles and how to dimension things. Actually, let's do that. Let's make a revolution here. So we'll start on the top. Sketch here, and you're like, wait, it's not showing anything. Like, yeah, you gotta go do that sort of thing. Use to bring forward. Well, let's do it right here. Bring that, and then I want to make a circle at that point. Let's go with that. Click, and then 1.5. Alright. Notice you have dimension key up here. That's actually constraints, which you've all played with before. But directly to the left of it is dimension, which is the way to, again, hover over it. Look, it gives you stuff to fix things. If you said, alright, let's say instead I wanted to make a circle out here somewhere. And you just make it, and you're like, oh, done. Wait, that's the wrong diameter. So you click there and you say, I wanted to make it 2. And I meant to dimension it so that it went from this wall to this wall. Notice I didn't have to use there, and I only wanted 2 over. And from here to here. Isn't that weird? Wow, that was crazy. I only wanted that to be 2. So things like that. Alright. We will finish there and hit a corner and hopefully get the right one. Good enough. And let's extrude this. And let's cut. So we remove. and we say to next, and it stops at the very top. I find that very bizarre. Nope, I changed mine. It goes all the way through. Kill. So I hit finish, and then I'll hit a corner here to get it back. Sure, actually on the opposite corner of the one I usually like. And notice it also consumed that other sketch, so I'm gonna have to undo this. Oops. And I feel like I want to go with this one. Beautiful. The other one's gone. That's actually the same thing it does in Inventor. If you're in a sketch and you extrude, it consumes it and anything else in there. So I am going to delete this. And one of the nice features is I don't have to say leave me my sketches. Let us extrude. I'd really rather do a wrapping thing. Now I'm going to delete those. I don't want those at all. Let's do a sketch on the face here. And let's look at that face. And let's use this geometry. Bring this one out. And let's put a line here. And it should give me that little vertical constraint down there. I think that's actually kind of neat. And I am going to try and revolve something. I've never done this before, so let's see how it works. Finish sketch, because it can't revolve in a sketch. And let's find revolve. That's a circular pattern. I've seen that before. I don't want to do that, but that's what it is. Hole, shell, rib. Let's try shell. No, we can't try shell. We'll try that later. Rib, draft. Alright, thicken. I don't even know what that is. Loft, sweep, revolve. It's always the last place you look. So let's see how we do revolve. Select one or more sketch regions, faces, or edges. Specify whether to create a new part or surface. Blah blah blah. So here's my face. Revolve axis. It's not even letting me pick that. That's disappointing. Alright, we'll just use. No, we don't want to do that. Get rid of that. Revolve axis. I have to click in there, and then see, yeah, very cool. And that's it. We're done. Boom. Made a circle that went all the way around. Very cool. This is now a tape measure or something. I don't know what the heck this is. It's getting weirder by the second. What's the colors mean? No idea. Should I know that? No, not really. Not at this point. Like I said, I'm still a newbie. So that's how to make a revolve. You can make a hole. You got all sorts of stuff up here you've seen before. Sweep you've seen before. Loft you've seen before. It seems a little bit easier to use to get it to do something, but a little bit trickier to get it to do exactly what you want. So I think that's kind of interesting. And let me just play with one last thing before I wrap up here. Hey, I decided to make this revolve a remove. And, oh, isn't that cool? Just cut it out on the inside. That's wild. That's it. That's enough for now. So notice how much I'm just playing and learning as I go along. This was first try at this video. I didn't look at it and go, let me prepare and know exactly what I'm doing. So this is a chance for you to play and learn something new. I'm going to give you a bunch of sketches to do and then go forward from there. The final project will be something that you just need a basic knowledge of, and I think you'll be good to go. Best of luck.